Me.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so
This
much,
thing is being
Pastor
recorded,
Amaka.
please. Anything you're saying, you know that
Yeah.
is recorded and it can go viral.
Of course.
I declare.
Of course. Thank you so much, Pastor Amaka. Thank you, Mrs. Chineye. And then welcome everyone that has joined this meeting today. I'm currently in the US. I'm in Chicago. So so when I say good morning, it's because I'm just waking up. Okay, because it's 7:33 a.m. here. I came in with my family for the summer holiday / work. In P1 business, we really do not have holiday, even though we have to do some certain things because of the family. But then while we're here, we're also still working. Thank you so much for inviting me to speak to your wonderful audience. May God bless you. May God bless the works of your hands in the mighty name of Jesus.
Amen.
Without wasting much of our time, I want to quickly introduce myself again. I'm Mrs. Lolia Idu, and I'm going to quickly tell us how I got into the P1 business and how I've gotten this far. I joined the business in November 2020. In November 2020. And while I joined the business, for me first, like Mrs. Chineye said, for me also was, I wanted to use it as a side hustle. Now, prior to P1, I had worked with the bank. I had worked with FCMB Bank for years. And then I had worked with MTN, okay, for years. And then I moved to the US where I had all my children. And, my husband actually wanted me to stay back. But then I felt like my marriage was so young. I wasn't, interested in, because my husband wasn't ready to move to the US with me. He was still in Nigeria at the time. And then I packed my bag and I went back to Nigeria, So haven't done, the corporate world actively and all that. And then now I'm in the space where I have children. I wanted something that would give me time for my family. Whenever I have my children, I tell people I'm an old school mom. I do not believe in maids. I have 3 amazing children and I do not do maids. So you can imagine, doing your business and then you do not have a maid in the house. And I really wanted to be involved in the life of my children. So I didn't want to go back to the corporate world. I wanted to stay home. I wanted to have that time, that I desperately need to be able to tend to my family. That's my major priority. Now, so one of the things that I went into was cake making. So while I was home, I decided to go into cake making. So I was making cakes, I was making pastries. I had cake classes both in the US. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay. So I took cake classes, master classes in different locations. And I was really, 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 really good at cake making. I could mold you, I could look at you and I could mold you in cake. I had people that had trained in cake making. So I was really very good at what I was doing. Now, when I met my upline, I made her birthday cake, and then she invited me, of course. I made the cake and I went to the house. Prior to that time, she's been talking to me about the P1 business. But then, like I said, I was not interested at all, said, oh, what do you could do? Property. I'm in the house. Where am I going to start from? I didn't think that it's something that I could do. Don't forget, I'd left the corporate world a long time. I don't even have contacts of, my colleagues in the bank or MTN where I worked for years and all that, So I was not interested at all. So I went to the house, with the cake that I made and all that. Then I met some of the P1 people. Austin Ejiofor was there and some other P1 people, and they saw me and like, oh, this woman, oh, you look this, you can do this business, blah, blah, blah. And I told them, I said, man, Pwan again. I beg. People should leave me. I don't have the time. Because then, to me, my life was like a circle. I wake up at 4 a.m. every day. I get my kids ready for school. Then I used to do the school runs. I'll take them to school. By the time I'm back to the house. If I have cake to make, I start making the cake. By the time it's time to go pick up the children again. So I really do not have time. I don't have time for social life. Even when I make wedding cakes and stuff for people, I get people to go and do presentation for me, because it means that if I have to appear in a wedding, I have to go with all my children. So I didn't have time, like I said, to do any of those. Now, fast forward to ending of November 2020, they invited me for a seminar, one of the P1 trainings. And the first question I asked them was, can you all hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we can.
Okay. Pastor Maka, please, can you mute everyone? Can you
Yes,
mute
I'm
them
doing
so I can?
it.
Yeah, can you mute them so we'll not have any distractions, please?
Done.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay. So fast forward to November of 2020, I was invited for a training, the P1, one of the P1 seminars. And the first question I asked them was, how many people were going to be there? And then they told me, oh, we're going to have a lot of people, the hall is always filled up. And I said, okay, I was going to come. Now, the reason I accepted to attend the meeting was because I wanted to market my own product. So I went, yes, my cake. So I went there and I made them vanilla cake and red velvet cake to share to them for free. So I went there with my friends. I gave the cake. Of course, I went with a tray and a knife and all that, because it wasn't something they were expecting. And I gave it to them to distribute. Now, while they were doing that, I sat at the back and I was saying, by the end of the presentation, I would go to them and I would say, "Come, madam, do you enjoy the cake you just had? I made it and all that, just so that I can market my own business." But then something happened. Excuse me. So for some reason, my attention moved to the presentation itself. And I sat down there and the PBO slide was being taught. And I was amazed, And I left that seminar that day. I forgot my knife. I didn't forget it. I left it. I left the knife I went with. I left the tray that I went with. And I just went downstairs, entered my car, and I zoomed home. I got home and I was so upset with myself. In the house, I was just pacing all through the night. And my husband turned to me. I was like, babe, what's going on? I said, you don't understand. I actually paid money into something that people were cashing out. People were becoming millionaires. And I was in the house telling myself that I do not have the time to do the business. At the time, I had not officially told my husband that I've joined the business. So I didn't even want to go into details, So I just told him, he said, what business? I said, don't worry. I was upset with myself, And I said, if what they say in the company is what they are doing, then it's something I can give it a try, right? Let me give it a try and see if it's going to work. But if that's all they said they do, they do networking. Networking was, I didn't even want to hear it, because to me, I didn't even like the word networking at all. I didn't like the word networking. Now, in the past, I had done GNLD, Tianchi. I didn't do the networking part. I would just buy the drugs because my mom was always taking those drugs. So I didn't make any money out of it. I didn't know what recruitment was. I was a total novice when it came to both real estate and networking. I didn't know anything about it, about them. For real estate, the properties that, me and my husband had bought, we had, one occasion we had a very terrible experience. When you buy a property and you begin to have your monile issues. So monile in Lagos are those people that disturb you when you buy land, you want to build and all that, they will come and start disturbing you. We call them moniles in Nigeria. So I had never even rented a house to anyone, that was when I said, when I joined. Now we have properties where we have tenants and all that. But as at that time, I hadn't even sold cement or sand. So I didn't know anything about real estate. Then let alone the networking part. I wasn't interested at all. But then after that training, I told myself I was going to give it a trial, if it's to just sell the land. And then the problem now came for me. And that was, how do I migrate from my cake making to start selling properties? It was another big challenge for me. I didn't know how I was going to do that. You know when people know you for a particular thing, how do I now start posting properties? So that went on. I was now this is me that had made up my mind to say I want to start the business. Now the problem was, how do I even start the business when I'm known to do something else? I'm known as a baker at the time. How do I start posting properties? It was a very big challenge. And I know that a lot of people are also having those kind of challenges because, you're in a certain field and then you'll be telling yourself, okay, you know what? I want to do this one. But then the question will now be, how do you do it? So it was a challenge. So one night I was praying. And while I was praying, I heard very clearly the Holy Spirit say, do you know Dangote? Do you know Dangote? I looked up, when you're alone in the room, I looked up and I was like, Dangote, yeah, sure, everybody knows Dangote. And he said to me, what do you know Dangote as? When it's just you in the room, some things could be very funny, but then I know the kind of relationship that I have, with the Holy Spirit. So when I hear things like that, I kind of pay attention. And then I said, okay, you know what, Dangote is one of the richest men in the world. Everybody knows. And the Holy Spirit said to me, he said, what's the relationship between cement and floor? I was like, cement and floor? There's no relationship between cement and floor. You can see how wise the Holy Spirit is. He used floor because I'm a baker. If you make a mistake and you substitute floor for cement, you know what's going to happen. And then he said to me, Dangote did not need to come and explain to you why he does cement and why he does floor. He doesn't need to explain to anybody why he does what he does. The most important thing is he's doing his business, and we all know him as one of the richest men because of his net worth, right? His name is Head. He's not the only one that does cement anyway. We have Boa cement, we have Eagle cement, we have a lot. But then Dangote does cement, he does flour, he does sugar, he does Indomie, spaghetti. Those of you in Nigeria, you know the names I'm calling. He does all those things and he's doing them successfully. Now, what did that say to me? After that encounter, I told myself, I really do not care what anybody thinks, right? If you want to make cake and I have the time, please come, I would make cake for you. If you want to buy property, please come, I will sell property to you. So that was a turning point for me. I said, okay, I was going to start doing the business. My upline, Stella, had added me to the group. Of course, you know how it is. Once you register, you've been added to the group, you start getting updates. Another challenge that I had was, who was I going to sell property to? It was a big concern. Now I have decided to do the business, right? Now I had said, oh, okay, you know what, I'm going to give it a chance. Now the problem was, where do I get the clients that's going to patronize me? That was another great challenge. I had just one person in mind, just one person that I knew. So I called up my upline one day and I said, babe, come, let's go and talk to this person. Can you imagine two grown-up women? We entered the car and we drove down to the office of this person. And then we got there. Of course, if you know my upline, I'm a shy person. Of course, when one will take off the shyness from you, she's the one that, she has the ginger, she can talk. I said, you know what, if I'm going to sell this property, she's my best bet. And then we got there, and you can imagine spending hours in an office of a big man. And then when it was time for him to talk to us, he just told me, he said, Lolia, you know that I have properties. And the truth is, yes, I know he has properties. That's one of the reasons why I went there, because I was hoping that he's going to buy properties from me. And he said, oh, you know, I have a lot of properties. I do not need any properties. He didn't even allow us talk. You know how, no, don't worry, don't worry. You know, I have properties. I have properties for my children. I have properties everywhere. I do not need any property, blah, blah. You can imagine how devastated I was. And I turned to my friend and I said, that's it though. That's the only hope that I have. And now this person is not buying. That's all for the business for me. And we left. Now, when we left there, I'm not someone that takes failure, you know, lightly. I went back and I asked myself, I said, what did I not do right? What did I not do right? And very quickly, I understood that the problem was me. It wasn't the person, but the problem was me. Now, I went with someone as a mouthpiece to sell a product for me. It doesn't work like that. I didn't know what I was selling. I didn't know anything about the business. And I went with someone to go and talk on my behalf. I quickly understood that the problem was me, not the client, not my upline. So what did I do differently? I decided to draw a timetable around my very busy schedule. Usually when I go to drop my kids off at school at the time, I would just run off, drop them, come back to the house, then I start doing the housework or, you know, start baking or doing something. So I told myself that I was going to change all of that. So when I take them to school, I dress up like I'm going to work. And then I will go drop them off at school and I'll go to the next available Pwan training center. And I will sit down there and listen to the training. That became my daily routine. Very quickly, while I was doing that, I still understanding the business gradually. Excuse me. And then the same person that I went to and said no to me, in December, I went back to that same office. In fact, the day I was going to that office, my Highlander refused to start. I came downstairs, I started my car refused to start. And the devil was saying, look at you, the same place you went to and they said no to you. You're going back again to the same office. That was the first time I downloaded the app, the Bolt app on my phone. Those of you in Nigeria know what I'm talking about. The Bolt is like the Uber you have in the US and every other part of the world. That was the first time I downloaded the app on my phone. And then the devil kept saying, look at the same office you went to and they said no to you. Now you're even going to pay money to go back there. Do you not have sense? But then I had gotten a proposal in my mind that I felt I was going to work and I wanted to see to it. I ignored the negativity that was coming to me. I called the ride came, I entered the vehicle and I went. Before I got to the office of the person I was going to, the boat man that carried me, I had spoken to him about the business and had registered him. That was, you know, on that particular day. My husband is my first downline. I did not mention that. Okay, my husband is my first downline. And then I registered the boat driver that took me to the office. I got to the office. While I was waiting for him as usual, I was waiting for the client as usual. I told myself, why should I just sit down here and wait and wait when I have people all around the office? So I stood up and I started talking to people, one person at a time. The person I would talk to about, that I was talking to about joining the business, I'll talk to the person about joining business. The person that I'll look at and I'll say, oh, this person looks like can afford the property. I was talking to them about the property. By the time the client that I went to meet was ready for me, I had not only registered people as PBOs, I had sold 3 plots already down. Yeah. And then when it was time for the clients, of course, I was already gingered or I was excited. And I went to him and I told him, the first thing I told him was, I know that you told me you don't need property, just so that he doesn't think that I've forgotten. I quickly told him, and then I said to him, well, this is December time, and I know you're a very generous man. I'm sharing the same testimony because anybody here can use the same model, and I'm very sure that you get the same results. And I said to him, this is Christmas. It's almost Christmas. And I know you're a very generous person. You want to give one or two, something to money to your staff. But then, what if I showed you a product that if you key into it, we could divide it half 300 square meters for your staff. And I told him, I said, sir, you would not only change the lives of people, you would have the staff, they are going to be loyal to you for another 5 years guarantee. Do you know what it means to give even a little piece of property to someone? Land is something people die for. People work for having properties in their name. People's dreams, people's aspirations, is to have something in their name. And then you are going to help them break the yoke. In fact, by the time I finished the presentation to this man, I just heard, yes, he just started shaking his head. I collected the pen, collected the paper on his table, and I said, start giving me their names. And I was going to arrange these things. To cut the long story short, I left that office that day with 10 plots of land sold. They had made transfer. He had made initial deposit to the company. All I knew at that point was to pay money to the company's account, right? So I'd given him the company's account on the flyer. He had made a transfer, to the company. And then I had the proof of payment. And while I was there, I called another Uber, the Bolt, to take me home. From there to the next, I didn't know what else to do. What I knew was I had sold. I entered the Uber and I called my upline. And I said, babe, I don't know what just happened, but it's like I've sold 10 plots of land. And she went, Lolia, what did you say? I said, I think I've sold 10 plots of land. And she started screaming. She was shouting. In fact, it was while she was shouting, I realized that it's like I'd also done something very big. Don't forget, I was weeks or a month. I started actively in November. Now this sale came in December, right? So I was extremely new. And then the both of us started screaming. And then the boatman that carried me turned and was looking at me from the side mirror. He said, Madam, are you okay? And I said, yes, I'm okay. And then by the time he knew it, I was talking to him also about the business opportunity. By the time I got to the house, I'd also registered that boatman that took me there. You see how my car not starting that morning turned out to be a blessing in disguise for me. I'm saying this because, there are times when people wake up in the morning and they want to go to, when people wake up in the morning and they want to go to somewhere important and they hit their leg on the stone and they'll say, that's a bad omen. That's a bad omen. I won't go. It's the truth. But then my car refused to start. My car had never disappointed me. Never disappointed me. But that morning, the car refused to start. And I tried, the car refused to start. And then that was the devil saying that you just go and sit down in the house. You don't know what you're doing. But because I knew the God that I served, right? I knew that all things will always work together for my good. And then see what happened. So I sold my first plot. That was 10 plots I sold. And then we screamed, everybody was happy. I went to the office the next day. Okay, so no, I didn't go to the office. I sent an email. I didn't even know where the office was. I sent an email, to the company with the proof of payment and the subscription forms that had been filled to them. And then I had not gotten my commission. They called me to come and collect my incentives. That was the first. I skipped something. When my upline was telling me about the opportunity, I said I wasn't going to be interested. So one day she came back. She had, lots of incentive. When you enter someone's house and they're saying, you see my television is an incentive. You see my fridge is an incentive. You see this is an incentive. Everything. And I'm like, what kind of company is that gives all these things like this for free? Right? And then I'm a Rivers woman. All right. But I'm married to a Delta Igbo. And then I'm partly Igbo as well. So I like money. I like money. I know how to make money also. So in my head, I said, okay, 52,650. If I sell and I collect my commission or I get an incentive, I think I've gotten my money back. So at the end of the day, I'm not losing out on anything. I don't do Ponzi. I don't do money doubling. I never did MMM. Me and my husband, we've never lost money to anybody. When they say, oh, put this and then you're going to get this back. I've never been interested in it. So to me, I felt like, okay, you know what, joining the business, if I get even one incentive, that has covered my 52,650. So at the end of the day, I'm not going to lose out on anything. But then again, and I sold. And then one day they called me to come and collect my incentives. And I went there. And they heaped all this, it was December. So I had like bags of rice, bags of this, bags of that, bags of. I do my shopping in November because I don't like the craziness of markets during the Xmas period. So I shop very early. Now there I was having all these things again for free. And I quickly ran home. My mother-in-law was in the house at the time. I ran home and I opened my booth and I was like, oh, I was so excited. Because as a woman, you get to a stage where you don't get anything from anybody. Nobody gifts you anything anymore. Everybody wants to collect, And there I was getting something for free. I was happy. And then, of course, the commission came. Now, the 10 plots of land I sold, like I said earlier, my husband is my first downline. So I did 5 plots under my husband's name and then 5 plots under my name. So when the first commission came, that was 360,000 paid to my husband and then 360,000 paid to me. And then my husband was like, oh, come, what's this? Pwan, what's this? Who sent me money? What happened? Why will somebody credit me 300, And then I was like, actually, that's from me. I made a sale, that's me saying that I'm joining Stella's business. And then, so that was a very beautiful way of introducing, officially telling my husband that I've joined Pwan. So that was my first sale. As at March of 2021, I didn't know that every affiliate I sold for, I was becoming higher sales. Now, even though I had done that mega sale, I did not stop there. I was still attending my trainings. But then, in P1, by the time your results begin to come, they will fetch you out. I was already having invitations. I was becoming higher sales. By then, of course, the COVID had just been lifted. So the company hadn't traveled. The first trip the company went for after the COVID, I had qualified for it. I got it first Dubai trip. And then the Dubai said they had not opened their doors yet for visitors. The company sat us down and said, okay, all of you, where do you want to go to? And went to it, and we chose Egypt. So I qualified for the Egypt trip. Before then, I had qualified, I was qualifying for all expense paid weekend vacations in 5-star hotels in Nigeria. I had done Eco Hotel severally. I had done Radisson Blu Hotel. So I was always getting stuff. Now, every time there is a promo in the group, I was qualifying for it. So I was getting all the incentives. There is no incentive you can think about that Lolia Idu has not gotten. I know a lot of you here that have been following my trends will tell you, I became an assistant manager in 2 days. I became a team manager in less than 6 months of joining the P1 business. Now, this is me from novice.
He's a bulldozer.
From novice to becoming an expert. Like I said earlier, I'd never done network marketing. P1 is the first company that had done network marketing with. And then P1 also is the first company I had done property with. I became an assistant manager in 2 days. I became a team manager in less than 6 months of joining the business. By the time I knew it, I created the exquisite team. When I joined, I started the pace setter team with my upline. And by the time you knew it, I became a manager before my upline. So I had to leave that group and I created the exquisite team. And I was, mentoring my team. I was pushing the sales. I was becoming sales queen. Which one will I call? Which one will I leave? I got 3 cars in 1 year. And till date, I'm still the only person in the whole group that got a Lexus 350 as a Flourish giveaway car against the marketing car. And that's because I got a lot of cars and the company had to call me. Yeah, the company had to call me to say, Madam, what car do you want? And I told them I wanted the Lexus 350, and that's how I got it.
Wow.
While a PBO, I had got properties for all my children. I had got properties joint in me and my husband's name. So that's aside the properties that my husband, of course, my husband buys properties, but that's what I got with my commission, as a PBO. I'd done the Dubai trip 2022, right, was my first convention. That was what made me 1 year. My first convention. I was among the first 3 PBOs that qualified for performance bonus up to 1 point. My performance bonus was about 1.7 something million. I'm going to forward those details to Pastor Amaka so she can, put them on the screen the next time or before we end this presentation. That was in 2020. I think that was 2022, right? So that was my 1 year, right? Yeah, that was my 1 year. And then in 2021, I can see what you're doing. I don't think I have. Do I have that picture there?
Let me just continue. I just want to display your website.
Okay. And then in 2021, so the year I turned 2 years in P1 was when the P1 Sterling was launched. All right. So I became 2 years in November, and then the P1 Sterling company was launched. I'm trying to send something to you, so I'm getting a little bit distracted. And then the P1 Sterling company, our company was launched in November of last year. Now, the reason why I'm taking my time to go through the process is just so that I could encourage everyone here. Also, you all know about the founders bonus. Founders bonus, among the first people, of course, the president is a default member because she set the founders bonus, she set the scheme, right? I'm among those that qualified first. I had gotten founders bonus, I'd gotten up to 900,000 naira. You saw the list that was published recently. My name is number 1. That is going to take the 4.5 million naira worth of land. I think that's going to happen this month. Okay. So it's been an amazing, okay, Pastor Maka, I've just sent you something. Okay, I've just sent you something. So that's my first performance bonus. So it's been an amazing ride. And the beautiful thing is that while a PBO, all these achievements and stuff, the achievements are so much. I had done Dubai trip with my whole family. I qualified for myself, my 3 children, my husband, and my mother-in-law, all expense paid trip for free. All right, that was Dubai last year. I had done Egypt. I had done Rwanda with my whole family again, including my mother-in-law. It's been an amazing experience. And the beautiful thing is that I had done all these things from the comfort of my home. In P1 business, you can do the business from wherever you are. Wherever you are, you can comfortably do the P1 business. You know, you're not limited by your location. You know, I said one of the reasons why I decided to join the business was because I wanted something that would give me time for my family, right? And then I said I was going to use it as a side hustle. My dear, when your side hustle begins to pay you more than your main hustle, you will choose which one becomes the side and which one becomes the main, right?
Yeah.
P1 business became my main hustle. I don't make cakes anymore. I stopped doing that a long time. How many cakes will I make for you to give me? I sell property. P1 in P1 homes, I was highest sales for a very, very long time, right? In less than 3 months, I was doing 200 million in sales. I was doing 150 million in sales. I was doing, yes, I was doing 100. It's been an endless journey for me. My sale records.
That's amazing.
Yes, my sale records. In fact, there was a time when they said, oh, okay. And I told President, I said, this is how much I had done. I said, is it your team? I said, no, not my team, right? That's my personal sale. In a month, most times I do 60 million, I do 80 million, you know, my personal sales. It's crazy, right? Now, when we started the P1 Sterling, one of the things that I said I was going to do was, first of all, to put in premium products. Because very quickly, while a PBO, I migrated from selling some certain properties to selling premium titled properties, because I discovered that, first of all, it was the same energy I was using to market untitled properties, so to speak, right? It was the same energy I was using to also market properties that had very good titles. And then I understood that clients, it was easier for clients to respond to me when I gave them properties that had very good titles, right? So very quickly I started selling high-end properties. You know, so that was why I was able to meet up all those kind of crazy targets I've been calling. So in a month, I could do like 80 million, 40 million, 60 million in a week, you know, thereabout, because of the kind of properties that was selling. Now, when we started P1 Sterling, we said we're going to do premium products. And that's because, like I said, I have 3 amazing, beautiful children, and I do not have a maid. Now, running the business, running a company, and running the home front, I needed that peace. I needed that balance. I needed to bring out the property that when I sell, because I'm still a realtor, I'm still a PBO, even though I'm a managing director. You can't take it away from us. Once a PBO, you'll always be a PBO, right? I wanted to be able to still sell. I wanted to be able to still sell the kind of properties that I know that my clients would appreciate, right? My clients that would give them premium value. I would have rest of mind selling those properties. They would have rest of mind investing in those kind of properties. PBOs will have rest of mind investing in those kind of properties as well. At the end of the day, everybody is good. Pastor Amaka says she went to my page and discovers that I had just 2 properties, and that's very, very intentional. Now, I'm not, rushing into getting a lot of properties into the market. I take my time and I do my due diligences. I have charted a lot of properties. If I discover that I'm not comfortable with this purchase, right, I will slow down on it until I'm very sure, like I said, I want to sell peace of mind. With C of O lands, it could be very easy to flip them. That's one of the things I tell my clients. When you buy a property that have an extremely good title, if your client wakes up tomorrow and they say, oh, madam, I have this need and I need to liquidate this property, it's like this. You could easily liquidate those properties for them. And that's the truth. And, you know, those properties appreciate far, far, far faster than a property. Don't get me wrong, there are properties that are meant for long-term development, right? And these are things I tell my clients. When you're getting a property and we say, oh, this property it's so amount of money, the first thing I ask is, what do you want to do with the property? If you want to get a property that you can easily flip, all right, and make maximum profit on that property, then I'll give you a certain property. If you want to buy a property that you're willing to live for another 5, 6, 10 years, beautiful, right? Then we'll give you a certain number, a certain kind of property, right? But in P1 Sterling, what our aim and what our vision is to pioneer excellence. And the PBOs that have experienced us will tell you that with us, it's a sweet ride, so to speak, because one, we've been in the field long enough, we've done the sales, we give premium incentives, we've done sales, we're sales champions till we got into the office, we've gotten everything you can think about, we've experienced clients from all over, we had done the networking part till today. I still talk to people about P1. I still build my team. I have team members in Turkey, I have in the UK, I have team members everywhere. And then what I do is like what Pastor Maka is doing, you know, we sit down, we call them, we do the online presentation for them, just so that wherever you are, joining the business is not a barrier for you to succeed, right? I have a team member that is in Istanbul, Turkey. And then one day she called me up and she was crying. And I said to her, I said, what's the problem? She said, she on her phone and she's been having alerts back to back. For Pastor Maka, I've heard it's not alert, it's alarm. All right, so I'm going to adopt that word. Pastor Maka calls it alarm. And she said to me, she's been getting alarm back to back, and that she just got a paper and she was supposed to renew her rent, right? Now this is someone that does, she used to do about 3 jobs, you know, to be able to make ends meet. And then here she was doing the P1 business from Turkey, and she got commission that she was able to bring down to Turkey. She paid her house, and now as I'm talking to you, she has bought a house. She has bought a house. Okay, so she's doing a P1 business with us. She's been able to buy a house for herself and her family in Turkey, right? She has reduced the number of jobs. I think now she does only 1 job now, so she has time. In fact, most times when I talk to her, I feel like she's inspiring me, you know, because I remember how I got her to join the business. I would talk about it like, oh, babe, oh, you know, babe. But now, when I call her, all we talk about is the business. And she'll be like, oh, I just spoke to someone. Oh, Lolia, you have to talk to this person. Oh, since I'm putting you in a call right now, I need you to talk, speak with me, with this new person that I just called. And as we're making that call, she's adding people. She's so ginger, because she said she had never in her world, she said I sent her this link. I don't know if she's here now. And she said to me, she said in her words, she said she had never seen a business that is so genuine and that it's giving her peace of mind. That's what she said to me. That's giving her peace of mind. We could go on and on. My testimony is just one, right? All I do, I sleep P1, I stock P1. My children, my daughter that is 9 will do a presentation for you straight up. Because all they know is that mommy does P1, mommy sells properties, And most times they would take the flyers to school. Initially, when they started, I was so scared. I was like, no, you don't do it. I said, no, mommy, I have to. They will take flyers to school and they'll tell you, give your mommy this flyer and tell your mommy to call my mommy so your mommy can join P1. That's the language of my children. Yeah, that's 2022. That was my first 1 year in the business. That's my first performance bonus. So it's been on and on. Last year, was it last year? This year, March, right? I got another performance bonus, even though I was a managing director. So I'm the only managing director that took performance bonus. And that's from what I had sold as a PBO before I became a managing director. Yet I was still among the first 10. I'm also going to look for that picture and I'll forward it to you, to Pastor Amaka. Yesterday I was just watching the video and I couldn't help but be grateful to God for this wonderful opportunity. All right. P1 is in a mission to change lives. Your financial life will change. Your relationship with God would also change because you'll be able to do more in the house of God. The kind of life that you want with your family, you would also be able to achieve it. It's been an amazing experience. All right. So at this point, I'm going to stop just so I can take your questions. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you, Pastor Amaka, for having me share my little story. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That is amazing. People were watching her to do some presentation. To me, that's no presentation like this.
Thank you so much, ma'am. That was
Thank
amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was so inspiring.
Thank you.
Quite interesting.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Many people are asking me, how do I sell products? How do I
In fact, I'm having good
Just
feelings
on
all
it.
over me. It's giving me a very deep thought. I'm thinking high. Thank you, Mrs. Lolia Idu. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You have more hope now.
Yes. Fantastic, limited. So we appreciate you so much. Can you highlight to us the properties you have at the moment?
Okay, yes.
And
So we have.
Okay. Right.
What about questions?
So let me just tell you about the properties first.
On the chart.
Yeah, so we have
On the chart. Right.
Yeah, so we have a property in Lagos called the Hamilton Estate. The Hamilton Estate is located in Lamija along the expressway of Ekpe, Lekki Ekpe Expressway. It's just on the expressway. It's called the Hamilton Estate. The property has a C of O as a title and is currently selling for 25 million for a 450 square meters. This property, it's amazing, it's beautiful, strategically located, and then it's almost sold out. Okay, it's currently selling for 25 million. And then we have a property in Asaba called the Citadel Estate. The Citadel Estate is about 5 minutes to the Asaba Airport. That property also has a C of O as a title. Currently, I think is the cheapest you can buy for a C of O land in Asaba. Okay, and it's selling for 6 million naira. These two properties are instant allocation. Instant. When I mean instant, I mean we would take you there, you would point where you want, and then we allocate it to you instantly. All right, instantly. So that's the two beautiful estates we have currently in the market. And we're here, okay? So if you want to key into it, we could attend to you instantly, right? We have amazing incentives as well for these two properties. And then also we do the buy to sell. You know what a buy to sell is? Buy to sell, you put in a certain amount of money and then we give you a 30% interest on your investments in 1 year. So you do 1 year, 12 months, all right? That's for the Hamilton. Yes, you do 1 year, we give you a 30%, interest on this money. So this is likened to be, in the banking sector, we call it the fixed deposit. So you all know what the fixed deposit is. So that's what this scheme is also all about, right? When you came into it, we give you a post-dated check up front with your interest, and then we also give you a contract of sale, right? Because the property you're keying into is tied to a property. All right, the investment you're making is tied into the property. So we give you a contract of sale for that amount of money that you're investing in, and then we also give you a receipt of payments. So for the buy to sell, we give you a post-dated check up front, we give you a contract of sale, and then we also give you a receipt of payments. So of course, with the post-dated check that you have, you can go into the bank. You don't even need to contact us. You go into the bank and you collect your money. So if peradventure you say no, you don't want the money and you want the property, then we're going to retrieve back the check, and then you can now keep the property. So that's the scheme that we have. So it's a win-win all the way. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. That is, so such as few but massive. Okay. So you have questions, please. While your questions are coming in, I want you to clarify to the PBOs here. Does Pwan Sterling have special offers for PBOs?
If we have special offers?
For PBOs. Like,
I didn't hear that. If we have special offers, you said?
For PBOs, like, I'll give you a scenario.
Incentives. Are you talking about incentives?
Let me see. When in Pwan, when you're buying the property, 3 months is outright payment, right?
Yes.
If you're paying for 6 months, that's interest attached, yeah?
Yes.
Does Pwan Sterling have opportunity to allow PBOs to pay 1 year without interest? Because this is the question that I should ask you here today.
Oh, okay. So we do for PBOs in Pwan Sterling, we do 6 months without interest for P1 for PBOs.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do
Not
6
official,
months.
You have to call you to confirm it, is it?
Yes.
Yeah,
so if you're subscribing as a PBO to any of our properties, we could give you 6 months of interest.
Of interest. So it's only 6 months max.
For now, yes.
For now.
For
Okay,
now,
so
yes.
all PBOs, if you have it, it's actually ask this question and ask it.
Yes,
So,
for now, yeah.
You can see how property is on buy to build area. When
Yes, buy to build.
Immediately. So when you're seeing that amount of the scale, because your rent money is motorable, is open, you are living around the estate already. That's why the price are like that. So why should you give you 6 months if you can interest on 6 months, it's going to be almost 5 million. Okay. So if you can wait for 6 months without interest, you're saving almost 5 million for that property already. So that's an amazing offer. And I think she said it because you can see. And I want to ask a question, general question that all the people will learn from. From your bank itself, we can see that you have started from buying 21 million and you get 27.5 million. Most people can't afford 23 million. This is a minimum to start almost 21 million as we're seeing in the file.
Did you ask a question?
What's the minimum you're buying to sell? Since from your dad, say you see for 21 million, well, I can step away. So that's for me to confirm.
So what's the least? Yes, you can actually also key into our other estate, which is the one in Asaba, right? Okay. For the buy to sell. For the one in Asaba, we have as low as 1 million.
Okay.
Yes, for Asaba property, we have for buy to sell, we have as low as 1 million, which is 50 square meters, right? We have as low as 1 million. So if you want to invest, say 1 million naira, we'll give you the one for P1 Citadel Estate in Asaba. Not for the Hamilton, but for Citadel. So the lease as low as 1 million naira, you should be able to invest. What did you say?
The list is 21 million, is it?
For
somebody cannot do buy to
Hamilton.
sell. Somebody cannot do buy to sell for like 50 square meters. No.
You can. That's 1 million naira, but we're going to give you the Citadel, not the Hamilton. You know, the idea, the idea with buy to sell, it's just so that if you want to take the property, you should be able to take the property. Right? And then if you want, so if you want to take the money, in fact, taking the money is actually the first option. But then we also have to make room for just in case you want the property, so that your property will also be available for you. You understand? So you can actually invest for the Citadel Estate in Asaba. We do buy to sell up to 1 million naira.
Okay.
Yeah. So with 1 million naira, you can invest with us.
Right. Thank you so much. I know your time is precious. Let me run the questions here. Then we'll see. Your story is inspiring. I want to be like you when I grow up. That's what I say in the chat. Thank you so much, Ms.
Thank you.
Lolia, for the presentation. I say thank you, my MD Lolia, for your wonderful testimonies. I thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Barbara said, thank you so much, Madam Lolia. Please, ma'am, can you add me to your WhatsApp? Can you send me the link?
Yeah, I will. So I could drop my number here. So you could send me a message on WhatsApp.
The screen that she needs to attend to, please.
What did you say?
Some questions you need to attend to. Please check the chat.
Chat. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's okay. I said, can
you add me to your WhatsApp group? Yes, I could add it to your WhatsApp group.
You can already add members to your WhatsApp group, ma'am. So we have to make sure they're registered.
What did you say?
We can only add members to WhatsApp group. So
so that's my WhatsApp number. So you can add.
Don't drop your number.
Sorry.
Once all members in all the party to register for the WhatsApp.
Yeah, sure. They should. Oh God, I'm trying to see how I can delete it. Please delete it for me. Please delete it for me.
It's okay.
I'm sorry about that.
Do you have any questions? Yeah.
Yes, one more.
Could you say?
Yes, I have a
somebody.
Pastor Amaka, I have a question from Lagos. Thank you.
Okay, please ask your question. I'm a registered member of Classic Group. Okay, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Roberta, for clarifying that you're a member so you can join the WhatsApp group anyway. So, ask your question, please. Send it on WhatsApp.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Okay, my name is Landlady Chika Salome Osunko, calling in from Lagos. And I want to say a big thank you to my amiable MD, Lolia Idu. He's a very special friend of mine. So everything, in fact, I'm familiar to her success story. Everything she has said today, in fact, she said it the way it is. So thank you for this wonderful seminar. It's been so inspiring, very motivating. In fact, you made my weekend. You made my day, thank you so much. Just a quick one. My question is this, because I've been so inspired with your success stories, and you are one of my mentors in this business. I want to ask, how do you get clients that invest into high ticket real estate? Clients that will just invest 30 million, 40 million. Please, how do you get such clients? Thank you, ma'am.
All right. Thank you. I know whenever I go to do presentations, people keep asking me these questions, especially when they see all the celebrations and all that. But there, what I tell people is very simple. What I leverage on, it's my WhatsApp. And everybody, because I'm also using this to answer the question that somebody asked here, saying that they have challenges, how. So what would you say are the challenges? Okay, so I'm going to answer that as well. Now, what I leverage on, it's my WhatsApp. And a lot of us, almost everybody here on this group has, a WhatsApp on their phones. You have different associations that you belong to, different association. Could be your estate, it could be your church, different associations. Now, that's what I leverage on, right? And then if I want to sell a particular property, this is the technique that I use. I do not post 5, 6, 7, 10 properties at the same time. That's a mistake a lot of people do, right? And then because you think that while you're posting a lot of properties, you're giving your clients options and varieties. No, I don't give options and varieties. If I want to sell a particular product, I stick to that product. Just so that when a client wakes me up at the middle of the night to say, oh, madam, I saw this, your post. Can you explain this property to me? Because I know the property that I posted, it's very easy for me to market it. So if you wake me up and you say, oh, madam, I saw your post on the Hamilton. I saw a property that you post and just now. Please, can you tell me more about it? I know that the property I posted is the Hamilton. I will start talking about it. Oh, the Hamilton, we sell 50 square meters, it's 25 million. The truth is that's the cheapest you can get for that price in that area. Now, I say it with my full chest because it's open for you to go and check. So if you go to the field, go to where the property is, you see estates all around the houses. Walk into anyone and ask them how much the property is. Right now, as I'm speaking to you, the Hamilton is the cheapest you can get for that property in that area. We've done our perimeter fencing. We're doing our gatehouse construction. We're doing our plot demarcation. The price would, but you will sleep and wake up one day and that price is 60 million. And that's a guarantee, right? So when I market the products, I know exactly what I'm marketing. Because I would tell you to go and do your verification outside. Go and try, go and check. You discover that what I'm giving to you is premium and it's something that would give you a big return. Now, why will I market for instance, 1 million naira product to you when I know that it's the same energy, the same conviction, the same things I will tell you for you to buy that property? It's the same thing I will still tell you. It's the same energy, the same time I'm still going to spend to market a 25 million naira property to you. Awesome. The very same. And guess what? The truth is, a lot of the clients that we see or that we market to and we think that they don't have money to buy high-end properties. No, they have money to buy high-end property. They're buying the low one because that is what you give to them. That is what you show them. Don't forget, in our business, we have payment plans. I have met someone that didn't look like she had 5 million. She didn't look like it. She didn't look like she even had 1 million. And the woman went back and forth. This property, by the time you knew, she made an initial deposit of 5 million naira. I was shocked. And in 3 months, she had paid up for the property. But looking at her physically, she didn't look like she had 1 million naira. Once you're able to market the right product to your client, trust me, everybody wants to get an investment that they will sleep well and know that their property is secured. They may not have the money, but because you had told them about it, and because they are willing to invest, they would get the money, they'll raise the money and they will invest through you. That's the truth. So there's no place where you say, okay, this is where you meet people that can buy property of 20 million. There's no such place. If there is, please tell me, I will go there as well. There's no such place. And then I do my marketing for my WhatsApp, like I said, see, my children, they are calling me now. I don't go out. I don't go out, right? I don't go out. But because I discovered that everybody that you know, right, and everybody that will be interested in your business is on this your phone. And all they are doing is they are watching you to see how consistent you are with this business. I know of a client that watched me for 1 full year, 1 year. This man was watching 1 year. Listen, your family people will not patronize you. They're the least people you even have in mind to say, okay, these people are the ones that are going to help my business. They won't. Nobody wants to be your success story. That's the truth. Nobody wants to be your success story. And your families are the last people that want to help your business, even though they want to collect from you. So when you have that mentality, you discover that the people you're going to channel your energy to are not even people that are related to you. They're all here on your phone and people are watching you. Since I joined Pwan, I had never posted any property on my phone that is for another company. As a PBO, I branded the jackets and put a P1 group on top. That if I have to attend the meeting, I would wear my jacket that I paid for and customized. I would wear my jacket and I would go and attend the meeting. Why? Because I'm putting in the mind of the clients and everybody I'm going to speak to that I work with P1, right? And I'm with the P1 company. Everybody wants to work with someone they can trust, someone that has a good integrity, right? Someone that exhibits. See, to me, my integrity is paramount. My integrity is paramount. That when you sleep and you call my name anywhere, somebody will tell you, oh, Mrs. Idu, forget about it. Whatever it is she's giving to you, you would have rest of mind. And trust me, that's the same thing your clients are looking out to. This is not a PBO presentation. I would have taken you through our core values. When I train people about our core values, what I tell them is very simple. Our core value is what? Is an acronym, ARISE, right? A is for accountability, right? R is for responsibility. I is for integrity, right? S is for service. E is for excellence. These core values are personalized to me. When I train people on our PBO presentation, I tell them the core values are for you to use to checkmate yourself on a daily basis. Because every client that you need to interface with will judge you from this acronym, ARISE. They will judge you from it. So if you're able to checkmate yourself to be sure that you're giving out these particular values, trust me, when somebody will look at you and invest invest money worth hundreds of millions of naira or millions of dollars, they have judged you through these acronyms, ARISE, the core values, and it's very, very important, right? It's very important. Stick at the products. You're a PBO, you're a business owner. Stick to the one that you know. I don't know how to run up and down, right? As a PBO, I don't know how to run up and down. It's very, very important. So get yourself together. Stick to the products that you know that you can market. If you can't, get a managing director to help you talk to the client. If you think that you need someone to help you talk to the client for you and help you close that deal. That's very important. Thank you so much.
So much. A question from Pepe Shua. She said, kudos to you. Please, because doing the business entails and how do we navigate and risk? How do we navigate and risk? I
didn't get that. What did you say?
Anyway, they're talking about what does the business entails, and how do we navigate and risk? Maybe because many people have been asking, is there risk in P1? Maybe answer it, that might answer our question. for what it does to join the business. I will talk about it when she's done, because I think she said she's going somewhere.
Okay, so while you were talking, it was breaking, so I couldn't really get, all the. But did they write it here?
Yes, she wrote it there. And then it's perpetual. She said, "Is what does the business entails, and how do we navigate and risk being a new member?"
Okay, how do you navigate being a new member?
And the risk involved as well. She's asking the risk involved.
Okay, so in P1, right, what we do is we sell properties, and then we also teach people how to sell the same properties. P1 is the first real estate network marketing company in the world. So those of you that are familiar with the network marketing part, right? What we do is we use the MLM method, multi-level marketing method in real estate, but we use it in real estate. Now, the risk involved, what we're selling is land, right? The company takes the risk. For instance, before we brought out this product, the Hamilton in the market, we had done our due diligence. As a PBO, I don't see the risk that you're taking because there's no risk. The company had taken up that risk for you. We had done our due diligence on that property, right? We had done everything that you think about. It's like when I say this, I relate it to cake making, right? You go and you say you want to buy a cake. What the baker would do is to put the ingredients together, all right, and present you with a beautiful cake. And then you take your knife and you take a slice out of that cake and you enjoy it. Now, what the company does is we take the risk, we do all our due diligence and get the property ready for you and put it in the market. And then what do? You bring in your clients and then you take your piece out of it and you enjoy. Do you understand? The first thing is you get yourself registered. Get yourself registered and then you start the business. It's very, very important. Get yourself registered and you start the business. When you get yourself registered, you'll be added to groups. You'll be getting updates. You attend free seminars like this. All our seminars are free, right? We have Success Summit on the 12th, and I'm going to be anchoring the one in the US. So if you're in the US, please come and join us. Pastor Amaka, permission.
No, it's okay. All our UST.
We're together. I think.
Thank you. So if you're in Houston, I'm in Chicago, but we're flying into Houston next month, just so that I can, be at the Success Summit in our office in Houston, Texas. Okay. Join the business. It's very, very important. Trust me, it's one business that I think one of the best things that happened in my life in 2020, end of 2020 was to join the P1 business. And it has changed my life and changed the lives of all the people that have joined the business through me tremendously. And trust me, for good. All right. Like Pastor Amaka said when we started, she said, don't even overthink it. Just join it. Everybody cannot be wrong. Once you hear the success story of this person, you try it. And the P1, the model is very easy. If you say this is how we did it, do the same thing, you get the same results. It's like that. That's how it works. You will get the same result. Try it and see. That's my own slogan. Try it and see.
I want to rush on the persons on the chat so that I can release you. Another one said, Madeline said, so what would you say are the challenges to the success in this business? I know it's keep on repeating, it's a question that turn around. But if you don't know your question, the Q&A answer you. So what would you say are the challenges to succeed in this business?
When I started my success story, right? While I was narrating, I was also talking about the challenges that I had. And the person that asked this question, if you were there from the beginning of this presentation, you would also hear the challenges that I had. First of all was that I joined the business while I was doing something else. So it was difficult for me to move to this other business. Those were my personal challenges. I was looking for, oh, who do I know? How am I going to sell the property? But then I've also shared it here that all the people that you want is here on your phone. That's what I still, a lot of you are more tech people than I am. I think my children are even more tech than I am. What I leverage on, it's on my WhatsApp. That's what I leverage on. There are lots of challenges. With time, you begin to discover what you really want to do and how you want to navigate through it. I knew that my first problem was that I did not know the product. You cannot sell what you do not know. All right. What's going to help you is to attend trainings. It's like somebody that is going into a new business. You want to learn the ropes of those business, right? If you get employed into a job, the first thing you do is the company takes you to training, because if they give you a desk and give you a laptop and a system to sit down there, if you do not know what they do, you stay there and you become a big failure. That's the truth. So the first thing you need to do is to understand the business. Make yourself available for trainings. There are online trainings all the time. Every time you get a link, Pastor Maka is always doing that. Every time you get the link, key into it, join the meeting, get the information you need, go online, check, get the information you need, make calls. If you need extra information, make calls, call and find out the information that you need. That's what is going to help you. That's what's going to help you. And that's also going to help you build your confidence, right? With time, once you start the business, you begin to discover there's some mistakes you would make, right? And you make the mistakes because most times you really do not understand what the problem, what to answer to your client. And I tell people all the time, in all our properties, we have what we call a subscription form, right? Where you have the FAQ. Before you market any product to your clients, you personally as the PBO, go and read up the FAQ, all the information you need about that property, because every question that your clients will ask you about the property is on the FAQ. So if you put those answers on your fingertip, it will be very easy for you to market the product, right? If there's anybody that has been in the field and you've gotten a personal encounter, challenges are different, depend on what you have encountered. So if you've been in the field and you've encountered any challenge, then share it and then we'll tell you how we've been able to resolve those challenges. But for now, these are the few tips that I think would help you overcome those challenges if it arises. Thank you. We can't hear you, Pastor Maka. Unmute yourself.
Yeah, thank you so much for that wonderful explanation. The next question from Neka said, can I buy a property and resell to another buyer?
Yes, sure, you can. Yes. Yes, very well. You can buy a property and resell. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Francis, your question has been answered already when Chika asked her, so no need to repeat it back. He said that to buy this premium, how do we buy this premium properties? That's the big part. She has already. Okay, so another question. I am new in this. I'm interested in starting, but how do I start? Sustain it and not fall.
I didn't hear that. What did you say?
I'm new in this business. I am interested in starting, but how do I start? Sustain it and not fall.
Trust me, you will not fall. I did not fall, so you will not fall. Pastor Maka did not fall, so you're not going to fall, right? Exactly. P1 is not Ponzi, right? It's a business that has been existing for 11 good years, and we're still standing and we're still striving. You're not going to fall. The first bold step you need to do and you need to take is to register and join the business. All right? Register. Your registration is the first thing. Register first and join the business. We'll add you to the group and then we'll tell you what to do. It's trust me, it's easy. As I'm saying it now, it's sounding easy, right? That's exactly how it is. That's exactly how it is. The first step is to register. Once you join the business, the rest is history. You're not spending money to do any other thing. Promotional materials we're going to give to you. Flyers we're going to give to you. All you need to do is to repost them. It's that easy. Repost them to your clients, right? If there's a particular property you want to sell and you think that you don't have all the information about it, look for the MD of that company, and then put the call through with your client to that person, and let us help you talk to the client and close the deal. Once the deal is closed, trust me, it's going to be closed in your name, even though we helped you to close the deal. That's how easy it is. We'll close it in your name, and then you enjoy your 15% commission plus your incentives, right? We have lots of promos, lots of goodies. All right, the next trip you'll just be among, those that we're going to carry to Mauritius,
All right. Thank you so much for that question.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone, once again. Thank you so much, MD, for this beautiful presentation. Telling us about.
Thank you.
Telling us about. I have a question. Okay.
Hold on. The questions on the chat, so I have to finish it before God put their hand is off.
I think they are finished. I thought they are finished.
Your question has been answered with the one she just answered now. You want to link properties in any way. So when you're in a chat room, you will see on things in any way. I don't think our MD has property in a way. I didn't see anyone there. So in the chat room,
for now, no.
Or contact to help you link up those properties in a way. They are in the chat room. And we can take there. I won't party in the building, or if somebody will help you to post it on the chat where you belong, if you have started. So we have another person, for example, I think that's which again. Be able to do this business from a place of residence in Dublin, and I'm doing it. So if you're already new, please hang on. When the MD is gone, I will handle all the new members on how you can sign up, the question you need to get, and what you need to do. So we're not leaving, just that she has an appointment. I want to finish up so she can go. So
yes, please.
I'm in Diaspora. This is actually a Diaspora meeting. So you hang on, you know. If you come early here, you understand what I was telling you. I'm almost 3 years in P1, I've not traveled home. I do it from the Diaspora. I never got to getting my alarm. My alarm is when you sell land and properties. And that is when you register and get commission. We define both of them. So when you hear alarm, that person has sold their land or house.
Allow.
So, yeah. So just hang on. I'll tell you how you get started. All the new members please have questions of it. It's okay.
Yeah. So, thank you so much. I got to leave now.
Okay, so she has to leave now. So
can I quickly ask a question?
Yeah, go.
Please. Yes. My MD, thank you once again. When you say during your presentation, you said something about premium properties with good titles. Apart from C of O, which other title can one consider as a good title? Thank you.
You can get the property that has a gazette.
Gazette.
Yes, gazette is good, right? To me, I don't do anything less than that, Deed of assignment, survey, it's not a title, right? It's not a title, but it's a document that can help you perfect the title. Okay? You all know what that means. Survey is not a title. Deed of assignment, it's an agreement document. It's not a title. All right. But if a property has a gazette, I think for me it's good to go. And then we look forward to getting, if you have a governor's consent, because that's what helps you get C of O. So that's also very good, right? And then you have, of course, you have a C of O. So that's also very, 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 very good. Very good. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Mo. We're going to release you now.
Thank you.
So honest.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank
We look
you.
forward to seeing you
Bye.
again.
Thank you so
I
much.
miss you.
God bless you. Thank you so much, Pastor
Bless
Amaka.
you.
Thank you
Bye.
today. Thank you, all of you. May
Yeah.
God bless you.
Thank you.
We
Bless
look
you
forward to
too.
doing
Bye,
business
Jack.
with you.
Thank
Thank
you
you
for
so
Amen.
much.
coming. Thank you.
Thank you. God bless
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
Nice
Thank you.
presentation. Thank
We
you.
love you.
Thank
Thank you.
Hope to see
you.
hope to see
Thank
you
you
again.
so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
Okay, to go to our website and see how you can get some. No, that's the only way you can say better. Take you to her place. So now I want to run the slides and tell all our brand new members what we actually have. Our time has fast approached gone, but we cannot leave them like that. I think we have many new members here. If you're a new member that signed up this week, and has not signed up, please type I'm new on the chat. Let me know where we can go on to tell our new members what we have in Pwan. We'll waste a minute. If you're a new member who has not signed up, just sign up this week and next week. Please type in I'm new on the chat. It will help us to go. Type in on the chat. Members, you can stay hang on to encourage the new members, please. Don't. Let's do it together. Do you have new members? No? Yes. Let me see. Okay, only one person. So you guys sit here, you, others as God is it. Okay. So I'm going to run the slides and tell you how the company started. Okay, we have chairman. Okay, send me MD's number. Okay. Okay, we have new members here. So don't finish now. I'm going to tell you about the business and how we run it. So it's very hard to get the MD. So when you get them, you just give them the time to tell us just the part of the business and how they get there, and then continue. And their time, they don't have much time, so. All right, so I'm going to share my screen again now. All right. Can anybody see my screen? Yes. So thank you everyone for coming again. And nice to have you. So this is a P1 business opportunity. Our MD has given us the juicy part of it, how you can actually become a millionaire through this business. And many of us have testified. I'm going to share the video today. Where you belong to, ask your upline for the video. She will get it to you, okay? So you're welcome to our business opportunity meeting. What is the business opportunity meeting expo? People is going to expose. We're going to expose you today how you can actually, create wealth through this business called P1. It's an amazing business. P1. Your reason for coming here today. Many of us have their wives. I have my own wife when I join people. My own wife is to know how to join this, get a genuine property, and then see whether I can acquire one, So my own is like to have a personal development on properties, so I won't make a mistake. Like I've learned a lot from what my success line just asked the question now, and asked, when do you consider real, quality documents? I know of CFO, but I never know that Gaza is one of the best as well. So, and then governance consent. So we can't for this claim. So if you're coming here for knowledge, that might be your reason for coming here, So I'm coming here today, maybe you want to have a happy home. Like she just told us, her desire, I love her testimony. She say that she doesn't have a maid. She lives in Nigeria. She's wealthy. She doesn't have a maid. All of that means she wants to bring up her children so that her children will learn her character. The children will learn her morals. The children will learn her words. And then the children will bring up to the worldly and bring up a offspring as their own. And that's actually a good thing to learn from her today. And she had time for her family, take them for a holiday, therefore they run their school work, there for the assignment, and the what the product she's bringing a beautiful product that she'll enjoy when she's retired. And what are those beautiful products? Godless children and wonderful children with good manners. Nothing can pay you than a happy family. You know, when you have a happy family, you can always go out and always have to return back home. So if you want a happy family, people can grant you that. Did you hear her? She has time for her family, no man, and she's there for the family, creating that happiness in that environment. So people can actually enable you to get that. That's not the business, as I said. You want to know about what you want to know the names, the good business entitlements. That's where you're here. If you're here, you can actually get that to everyone. And wellness. Beautiful home, and you also desire to have a retirement home, beautiful home, holiday home, everything. Anyone you can actually get it. People are the mothers of building. They build building themselves. They get the land themselves. So whatever you want, beautiful retirement home. When you join people will make you acquire that. Okay. Or you have a luxury car, you really need to join people because people gives you that money to drive that kind of luxury car at any point in time. You can be changing your car every 3 months if you want, or every 3 years if you want, or you can even upgrade to a young car, you know, that can actually drive by itself. All you need to do is just put that dress and it's going. People can give you that money unless you don't want to drive that beautiful car. You want financial freedom, which I know of course always looking for what to. Financial freedom is what people are here. You know, sometimes you want to buy a Gucci bag, you don't have the money to buy it. Sometimes you want to, you know, go to a shop. You need to look at you have your account before you pick what you want. You know, that's why this business is good. When you tell people a financial freedom, you can travel to your family all over the world. That's why you get the flight ticket. You know, you can enter a business. Please, my co-host, are you prepared to have both people? Because when I'm talking, I need to concentrate. Let me see. I was thinking, guys, here. Can I make you a co-host? Oh, Lala, you're here.
Yeah, I'm still around. I'll stay with you.
I want to make you a co-host so that I will concentrate while you have to move people.
Yeah, I'm here.
You're a co-host as well, please. Thank you. Okay, let me get us thinking to make a co-host as well. Sorry, everyone. So thank you so much. So financial freedom is one of the things all of us want. It's not that story. It's something pathetic. Can you imagine somebody using a cake for a career? Coming to Hajj can even mold me as a cake. So it must be a beautiful career, but you look at what am I going to get to actually get like 1 million naira into my account as profit? Simple. Wisdom. She asked herself that question and she went and turned things around for good. So now she can actually probably say, I have financial freedom. Just see her website. I love that. Now, she's selling this in millions. You know, the lowest is 6 million. They saw it. You know, and then she's pushing it and then have time for her family. People can actually give it that financial freedom. About people for all the new members that are here. You would like to know the company you're in, where they started, what they're all about. People are asking me, do you trust this company? I trust them. How do I buy property from them? How do I call my friends to buy property so that my friend will not tell me tomorrow, give me my money? The company, there's no land to see. This company is good. So we started selling. One is called Property Model African Network. People established in March 2012. One is the real estate marketing and information company, and people are the network marketing model in marketing. So if you join people today, you can actually move up in a minute because it's networking. Do you understand? 9 years of existence, thousands of people, families giving them a source of earnings and legitimate income to make real estate. I've seen their life transformed. One of the living testimony, you've had her started like me and you. 2020, she started. See where she is today. And you too can become like her. I've seen their life transform and can now live a comfortable life and also have them achieve their own dream of owning their own home. You know, you look at most of our MDs, they all have properties abroad. They are not paying mortgage. They bought it cash with the money they make in Nigeria. But why not you that live in diaspora? Can't you see people think, oh, why are you investing in our country? Why all of them that are MDs? I can't mention them. If I mention their names, you'll be surprised. They all bought house in Europe, all American, all in the Europe. Just cash, no mortgage. Mortgage is like you're mortgaging your life. So make the money and buy the house cash and wipe away all those interest that comes with mortgage. Okay, we have a wonderful couple. It's actually our founders. This wonderful couple are amazing couple. When I mean they are amazing couple, they are amazing couple. So this wonderful couple I'm telling you here, you can see them very well. Okay, you can see them very well. You know, see how they're laughing. The man and the woman, forget about this laugh, you will think they are fortunate. That is how whom they are. If you've seen this picture, you've seen them in life. You know, we have the man, we address him as the chairman of the company, and the woman, we call her president of the company. And many people call her Mama Africa. Then the man, many people call her Mr. Empowerment. Because actually, when you embrace him, you've embraced empowerment. And that's why you see this company is empowering everybody. Because our head is Mr. Empowerment himself. So if you want to be empowered, please key in and you see yourself empowered into that woman and that man that you're predestined to be. And the woman herself, very generous, very kind. People call her Mama Africa, and she's Mama Africa. But very soon her name will change from Mama Africa to Mama the World, the worldly mommy, because it's not only Africa, because we are here now. And she's mommying us because she's a gorgeous and good-hearted woman. This couple, Dr. Austin Ozoma Owume and Dr. Jane Obiom Omure, in 2012, a time when they are passing through trials, they were homeless, looking for just a flat to rent. They were starting from place to place. That is when this business emerged in their heart. So I'm asking you today that is watching me, passing through trials, do you cry and die inside it? Or do you use that trial period to motivate you to generate something positive like them? Passing trials, do you think your water has come to an end? Please, if you're listening to this message today, tell yourself, not what I'm into today. I don't know what I'm going through. Tell yourself, this thing I'm going through today will emerge into something positive, and so shall it be in Jesus' name. This homeless couple, we are at the time sporting from place to place, end up building a brand, which has in turn created several landlords and billionaires in the real estate industry. Billionaires, but they've already generated billionaires in the business. Pwan Group was founded by this wonderful couple in March 2012, as I told you. And what is their vision? Before I move to their vision, I want everybody hearing my voice today to appreciate our wonderful founders. On the image, just appreciate them, show a love image, just type in something to say, thank you for bringing this business my way. Because they've actually, honestly, they've wiped away a lot of tears in Africa. They've created jobs in Africa. They've made sovereign landlords and landladies in Africa. They've changed families and made them happy. School fees, everything, I don't know. Homeless people have a home. Please appreciate them. Something on the chart. Because when you respect your leader, respect will come to you. When you respect your leader, you find a step to get towards there. So appreciate this wonderful couple for doing this my way. The money I earned in Pwan, it's not them. Will I have gotten it? You know, so they're just an amazing couple. Please appreciate them. Appreciate them as we're moving to the next one. Okay, they gave us the vision. Because if you join Pwan, you must follow their vision. If you follow their vision, you will succeed. If you don't follow the vision, it won't take you anywhere. So their vision is to make home ownership dream a reality. Are you dreaming to be a landlord? Are you dreaming to be a landlady? Pwan can help you. Or are you a landlord and a landlady, but you want more? Pwan can help you. Or are you the type that feel that buying property in Africa, you enter into scam? Pwan has put it to a stop. Please, we don't want to hear, I send the money to somebody and my money got lost. They ate my money, they did not build it. Please, now Pwan has come to resolve that problem for everybody in that world. So what is their mission? Their mission is to discover affordable lands everywhere and make this known to you. And also show you how you can make money to buy a land and build a home. Or how you can make money to buy your own house. And that is their mission. has a core value. You will see the guest speaker was telling us about the core value. Their core value is accountability. And you also understand today that this core value is not only for P1. If you're marketer for P1, if you're a realtor in P1, if you're an agent in P1, please, this core value should be your own core value. You have to be accountable of what you're bringing people into. So it's not to show yourself approved that you know it. Depend on your upline all the time. You go to the website, study and know what you're marketing. Did you hear her? What are the strategies why you cannot get people to buy from you? Because you that is selling the property doesn't know what you're selling. So you need to study and know what you're selling and own yourself accountability to tell your people they're bringing what the business is all about. Responsibility. Responsibility. You have to be responsible for what you're doing. You know, have them in every day. The company are there. Their responsibility is to help us acquire affordable land, to make sure the place is secure, to make sure it has a nice document. And when you're getting your downline or for your investors, please be responsible in your way in everything you're doing so that they will emulate you and follow you and trust you and be able to buy from you. Integrity, you need to maintain it. In every day of your life, let people know your worth and know that your yes is your yes and your no is your no. So don't do two-faced. Become that person you are and keep your hands straight. You will always get buyers because they know that for you to say this, that means it's true because you live a life of integrity in you. The same thing with P1. P1 is trying what they can do to make sure that their name stay alert. In every business, even if there's a problem, they will solve it. And they're looking forward to make it easier for everybody. P1 service, the services, they help in everything. You know, excellency, they're improving every day to make sure we're in the right track and they're doing the right thing. And here now they're trying to see how they can implement people earning in dollars, you know, instead of only in Naira for people like us in diaspora. So they're always make sure that their things, they're moving forward and making it excellent. Thank you. So P1, that is the good news I want to tell you. Don't understand. The business you want to join or you're already in is the fourth real estate network marketing in the whole world. You can Google it. Not the first real estate in the world, not the first real estate in the whole world. The first real estate network marketing company in the world. You can Google it. You will know we're not saying it. We're not lying. So you can join us today, okay? That's a P1 Home with expansion in mind. In 2015, P1 Home gave birth to a new company called P1 Age. It's emerged as the first affiliate under the brand. In 2016 to 2017, affiliates were better. This became the beginning of P1 Group. Today, we have more than 40 affiliates operating under the umbrella of P1 Group. All of this became possible as we constantly follow our vision, which kept all of us together till today. So if you join us, we become friends for life. We're not leaving you. The moment you join us, friends for life. Like when I came to this country newly, when I do christening for my kids, they have like a godparents, okay? So they will tell you, my children's godparents, they become my part of my family for life. No matter what they do to me, we cannot quarrel anymore. They're part of me, you know? So this is the moment you buy property through P1. We're all in this together because it's the land property that you can transfer to your children and transfer from your generation to generation. So we're together in this. So feel free to join us and you join this wonderful family. So we have about 40 companies under P1. You can see their names here. P1 is growing. You can imagine a company only 11 years old. They've developed more than 40 companies. We have P1 Age. We have P1 Plus. We have P1 Premium. We have P1 Heritage. We have P1 Heaven. We have P1 Legend. We have P1 Star. We have P1 Perfection, P1 Max, P1 Signature. We have P1 Bazaar. We have P1 Advantage. We have P1 Pro. We have P1 Royal. We have P1 Diamond. We have P1 Legacy. We have P1 Lighthouse. We have P1 Indigo. We have P1 Prestige. We have P1 Porters. We have P1 Atlantic. We have P1 Excel. We have P1 Cedar. We have P1 Sterling. That's the MD that spoke to us today, P1 Sterling. We have P1 Regal. We have P1 Toda. We have P1 Elite, okay? And we have P1 Harmony, okay? So all these are companies under P1. And tomorrow, we can have Pwan Ngozi, Pwan Nneka, Pwan Austin King, Pwan Gladys, you can be one of these companies if you want to. I like P1 is that P1 doesn't discriminate. As long as they're doing the work, when you reach there, they will send you a request. We want to make you an affiliate. All you need to say is just yes. What they want to see your handwork and see how far you're going. And they will just make that request to you. So come and join us. So now, what is the leading network marketing real estate firm in the whole world? P1 has empowered a lot of entrepreneurs and network marketers in the field of real estate throughout Nigeria. As I'm talking to you now in Dublin, it's outside Nigeria. And here, people from America, they were here. Austin King is from Spain. We have Ambassador Ike from Houston. We have, many people from UK. And then we're all here global, saying the same thing. We are focused on being a leader in the areas of corporate social responsibility by extending helping hands to our immediate community and beyond. Have you told your friends about this people? Or you're keeping it to yourself? Please don't keep it to yourself. Because if you keep yourself, you're restricting yourself from being rich, okay? And as well, restrict your friends from being rich as well. When your friends are rich, you will love it. I told people I love going to Nigeria. You know why I love going to Nigeria? Because I go to Nigeria, I don't spend money. I have a free house. I have free food. Everybody want to entertain me. Anybody I go to the house, they pay my food. They take me to restaurant. They pay for the restaurant. People that are buoyant, rich around you, you enjoy. Said they went to Nigeria, they don't like it. Because they will spend and spend and spend. They will even want to take off the slippers they are wearing. So please help people around you to be rich, so that when you move around them, they don't want you to spend on them. They're looking for who will pay. After finishing eating, I want to bring up money. My sister said, no, I will pay. You are dragging who will pay. That's the kind of life you want. And if you want that, what do? Please tell them to come and join P1. P1 can actually help them to be rich. I'm not lying to you. I'm saying the honest truth. Okay? We have made thousands of people homeowners through our flexible business model. P1 have now estate and operate in 30 states in Nigeria, including FCT, okay? We have sold and allocated many of our estates, while others are at the various stages of development. P1 has commenced building in some of our estates today. P1 have started a program to enable our members own their own home using a flexible payment plan and also earn income and various incentives in the process. That the plan is the one what I was saying, that 50,000 naira you pay on a monthly basis. That is the flexible way you can actually get a home from P1. Because many people are asking that question this week. Registration happened this week. Why? Because we did our P1 success summit. Okay, so plan and also earn income through the various incentives. We have taken many of our deserving members on several all-expensive paid trips abroad, and P1 has given brand new cars to deserving members. You can hear Managing Director Lolia. She said in one outlet alone, she got 3 cars in 1 year. Woo! Anybody can do that. And you can even sell the car if you don't want to use it, or you can collect the money in cash equivalent. Want to introduce network marketing into a real estate because it's the compensation system. As first ever company to incorporate network marketing into real estate globally, P1 has empowered to make an honest living real estate marketing. So show them how they can acquire properties cost. Did you hear that? I can actually tell you how you can own a house or own a land. It's not cost. I'm not lying to you. You can ask. You can ask. Okay. They can make money and buy their own homes. This P1 has done consistently for 11 good years. I remember one of my sources line told me, Pastor Marka, oh my goodness, since I joined P1, it's like I buy land like I'm buying pure water. It's as sweet, as easy as that. So please, don't deprive yourself opportunity of not joining P1 or not telling your loved ones about it, because you will educate them from poverty and make them rich for life. I mean for life, because land and properties is for life. They don't decay, do they? No, instead they appreciate every day. Land is the only investment that don't depreciate. The moment you buy it is appreciating all the way, never go down. It presently operates in over 30 states of Nigeria. Some of them are Lagos, they are in Lagos, they are in Ogun State, Oyo, Edo State, Delta State, Anambra, Enugu, Imo State, Rivers, Abia State, Akwa Ibom, Abuja, Cross River, and we have estate in all these states. And all the places I'm calling, P1 has an office there. And the office is my office, is your office, and that join us is your office, because when your clients want to view the house, go to that office, they'll take them to the site. So what we're talking about is me and you that owns it, as long as you remember. Does P1 operate? That was the question the members were asking in the chat room. So let's ask them civilly so you can know how P1 actually operates. One, P1 operates through network marketing. You see that's gun and run. You see, the P1 is the Enugu on the chart, Sokoto, everywhere, in Ireland, in UK, in Canada. How did they get there? They got there through this drawing you're seeing. But I want to clarify something for all our new members, because I know many people said, oh, I don't know anybody. They've started again. They want me to bring someone. I don't have anybody to bring. I don't want to disturb my friends. Please, it's not compulsory that you bring someone, please. Did you hear me? People say, why do I always say it? Yes, it's not compulsory. You can decide to just be an estate agent. Get anybody in. Anybody in. But before I continue, I want to know if you want to be sleeping while you're earning. If you want to be sleeping as you're sleeping, you're earning money. Please put either pounds emoji, dollar emoji, euro emoji, or euro, currency of your choice that you love. Put it in the chat. I want to see how many people want to be sleeping while they're earning. If you want to be sleeping while you're earning, I want to see. How many people want to be sleeping while they're earning? I'm waiting to see the emojis. Nobody wants to sleep while they're earning? Only me? How many people want to be sleeping while they're earning? How many? Neka, thank you so much. How many people want to be sleeping while they're earning? Because thank you, want to be earning a pound. I love that. How many people, your lovely image, put only image on your chat, because I know some people don't have new phones, don't have the images, unless you add them. How many people? You send them anything on the chat, anything at all. If you want to be sleeping while you're earning, put it on the chat. I want to know how many people want to be sleeping while they're earning. Gladys, thank you. Gladys is from Sweden, you can imagine. Ambassador Ike all the way from Houston. We are global. Thank you. If you want to be sleeping while you're earning, thank you. And that's our thank you so much. If you want to be sleeping while you're earning, you know, all the new members here, many of us are sleeping while we're earning. You know, if there is time today, you will not go if we keep on telling our testimonies. All right? I love that. Okay. So many of us want to be sleeping while you're earning. Then if you want to be sleeping while you're earning, then you need to fall in love with this diagram. That's all I want to say. You want to fall in love with this diagram, because it's only this diagram can make you to be sleeping while you're earning. And can I be honest with you? I'm not afraid of telling people what you're doing. Do you know what it's all about people? I'm from Igbo, my tribe. Who said, I will translate it. The person who have people is better than somebody who has money. If you have people, you're better off than somebody who have money. You don't understand. It's the money in your life. If you know the crowd will make you wealthy. That's why I'm telling people today, please don't be angry with anybody. Please not to have enemies. Not your enemies, this is your friends. Only people's behavior. Because with every type of behavior that will make you feel you want to quarrel with them and become your enemy. No. See, they are free to display their characters. It's allowed. That is why we are women. But when you finish knowing their characters, what do? Seek peace with them. And that is what life is all about. Because life is all about wash the left hand, and the left hand do what? Wash the right hand. The moment you're friendly with people and you have crowd is money. Most believe that crowd is money. If it's not money, why is Facebook paying people today? Because they have 1,000 viewers. If you don't have 1,000 viewers, what a crowd. Why is YouTube paying people today? Because 1 million people view your video. It's not people, can't you see? So in life, you need people to be rich. So please don't quarrel with people. When they see their characters, tell them your view about the character they display and make peace with them. Don't quarrel. Because they said, be kind to people you meet on your way up, because you might meet them on your way down. But we don't pray for that in Jesus' name. Okay, let's go. So now, what you need to do to sleep while you earn is, first of all, you are the one in blue suit. Let me have some water. You are the one in blue suit. So what happened? You tell your friends and relatives what you're doing. Did you see when managing director Lolia, her name I was thinking is Lola, but it's Lolia. When she go to places where she's doing her cake, she start talking to everybody. She's sitting there waiting for somebody she want to talk to him about investing in property, and the person was delayed. She looked around and said, "There's people here. People are people who will not be waiting for only one person. Go and talk to the people here." At the end of the day, before the person she's waiting for came out, she has already sold up to 3 plan. What does that tell you to tell you? Don't bring down people. They don't know who is it. So I want to give you an example of my own before I continue. I used to work in Pwan homes in Lagos during my youth service time. The managers of Zenith Bank came to my office to market my manager, my director. They found that the CEO of Top Homes. I was only a secretary there. And they came, it's want to see your MD. Definitely, MD is busy. They sat down, they were waiting. They came, when finally they went to see the MD, the market MD, market MD, market MD. MD couldn't even open an account in their bank. They ignore me. Secretary, how much does they have? 2 months, I walk into the office and 6 days later came to market my MD. I said, I want to open an account with your bank. She was looking at me. Isn't you the secretary I met in P1 Homes, Top Homes Construction Company? I said, yeah, it's me. She now opened the account thinking, what does this girl have? A year later, when I went to British Embassy for a visa, they saw my statement of account and asked me, madam, is this a company account or personal? Till today, my bank manager don't want to let me go. How of you here know that I've connected you to that bank manager? You know, her name is Tia. So I can't say how many years, almost 20 years ago, she still hold me like this. I'm trying to tell you that people belittle, thinking they are nothing, might be the one that will turn your story around. So don't think people are small people. Don't. Always take everybody special, because you don't know what they will become. So now when you tell people about it and you get like your 5 people to join you in red, so time you're sleeping, you earn. Why? Because if you stop yourself doing estate agent, say 1 man's work now, that's so hard. Anytime you sell, you eat. Anytime you don't sell, you will not eat. Our people say they do you. So why not share ideas and tell your friends the amazing business you've joined that will help you to acquire properties as you're retiring and help you to make money, and you earn it and you love it. They might not believe you now, but in the next 6 months, go back. When you start getting alarm, go back to them and tell them, nothing I told you, it don't work. You see, you might get them at that time. You're getting them, don't help them to make money. And at the same time, God is blessing you for helping people to make money. And this is how this our company, the CEOs are happy today and they're rich. Why? Because they help us to make money, and because they are helping us to make money, God help them to make money. So if you help somebody to make money, you want money. Did you see the secret of this tree? So please love it and cherish it. So the hospital last year for 4 months. I was hospitalized for 4 months. 4 months I was in the hospital, I was still getting alert. I was doing nothing. Why was I getting alert and allowed to get the people on red before getting sick? I was there, they're busy doing themselves, and P1 is busy appreciating me for bringing them when I was okay. And that's exactly why you can be sleeping while you're earning. So you need people to succeed in life. Don't make enemies in your place of work. Don't make enemies in your neighbor. Don't make enemies wherever you are, and bring up their ugly characters. It's allowed. Address the issue and do what? Reconcile. Because you need people to excel. Don't say I can do without you. No, don't use that word. You can use people to excel. So love everybody and let's move so that we can sleep while we're here. Business model, a very beautiful word, an evolution of the word, and the evolution of real estate gurus. Let's see how it works. Pwan brand started in 2012. Many people got empowered through the system who were referred to as independent business development executives. We are known as consultants and partners then. But today, are selling a timeless product that we believe will stay with you from generation to generation, and you, all of us together. So if you bring the desire to becoming a homeowner to a reality, PDS, generally referred to as consultant and partners, are now known as P1 business owners. So if you join us today, you're going to become a P1 business owner. So all our new members who has not signed up, you can be one of us. Okay, we are all allowed. Everybody is welcome. Talk about the program and how it works. All the new members, please listen attentively. Business owner is a P1 group that starts his or her own P1 business by subscribing as a PBO. So what makes you a P1 business owner? That's why we're encouraging you to start at minimum of 2,650. You become a business owner because you must first of all subscribe for a land, which is about 15,000 naira that put you there. Okay, let's move ahead. In the real estate industry, following our vision of helping you to make home ownership dream a reality, a P1 group designed this program for her members to begin their journey towards owning their own property and subscribing to a house or a land in any of P1 companies and enjoying the benefit of paying it period of 10 to 5 years. What an amazing company. You can take your time to pay gradually. Within 5 years, you can own a house without stress. Business owner program is a program designed for you to become a proud owner of a land or a house, ranging from 15 million and above, depending on your capability. Okay? Program gives you the liberty to choose the best payment plan suitable for your budget and work with it. It also gives you the liberty to choose the location you will want your house or land to be. One has estate in various locations in Nigeria, and you can choose from any of these locations. Interestingly, if you do not want any of these locations, did you hear me? Interestingly, if you don't want any of these locations P1 have, you can choose where you have land. And P1 will come there and build a house for you. Is P1 not amazing? There to build a house for you. Interesting. So in a nutshell, let's just run this thing up on the stages of becoming a PBO. The entry level, because people that I signed up this week, they were confused. Which one is associate PBO? Which one is Go PBO? Which one do you want me to join with? This is it. This is the nutshell. So for becoming a P1 member, you can join as an associate PBO. But I don't encourage people to join with that because you're not going to lose a lot of benefits. I mean a lot of benefit joining as associate PBO. Our folks have a golden heart. Our folks have a beautiful heart. Our folks are generous. So they decided to say, oh, try for people from joining this business. And that is why they have that package of associate PBO. So that people will not say, because I don't have money, that's why I will not join. In dollar, this is about $2.5. In pounds, this is about 1 point something pounds. In euro, this is about 2 euros. That's associate PBO. See? So you have no reason not to join P1. But if you join on this stage, you have a lot of benefits to lose. PBO, which is nice. From Go PBO, the minute you're buying it, you're getting paid by P1. When you buy gold PBO, you get paid. The pay they're paying you is 25 PV, point value. You earn it instantly. Okay? But that 7,650 gold PBO does not make you a full P1 business owner because you did not subscribe for a land or a house. So the recommended by the company is from classic gold PPO if you have the money. With this one, you do it, you get that 5 PV paid to you instantly. And you've already subscribed what to call in my faith, or Christian faith. I know in this business we might have some Hindus, some Muslims, but I have my own faith, which is a Christian faith. Listen, step of faith. Okay, you already paid 15,000 naira towards your house or a land. That is what we call step of faith. I said, I'm into property. I'm in the process of becoming a landlord. That is from classic gold PPO, which is 52,650. So if you want to become like us, who are founders of this company, and once in a while, the company will shuffle and pick up your name and give you a cash gift. You can start by joining as an elite gold PPO, which is 107,650. And instantly, P1 pays you back again. They pay you 125 PV. And you become one of the founders and start rubbing shoulders with the ego. Okay? To be like me is a VIP PBO. You know, you can now start the business with 1,537,650. Because my father taught me in life, my daughter, don't carry last. So if you see where it's going, just if you have it, just key in. Don't think about the benefit. Just key in and be on the top and take yourself and do what you're doing. That is why I told myself, which one is the highest? They said it's VIP. I just upgrade myself. Kind and remain there and do what I'm doing. Okay? But everybody must not be like me. You start from where your pocket is. Okay? So all the new members, I'm just telling you. And when you join with VIP PBO, instantly you get paid of 1,025 PB. Excellent. So now I've already explained it with the diagram. I don't need to go further. That's exactly what I explained here already. Okay. So we move to 12 ways we can earn in P1. We have 12 ways. If you decide to be like me that sleeps while I earn, you can join the 12 ways and the scale on how to do it. You need to bring people. If you don't bring people, you can only earn in one way. And what's the only one way? Direct commission bonuses. Oh, no, sales commission, that's the only way you earn. If it's only you marketing as an estate agent, okay? So now, the first one is direct recruitment agent bonus. When you register somebody, join you as an estate agent, okay? If they join with that 7,000, they join with classic PBO, associate PBO, you're not getting any bonus. So you see, that's why I said you lose a lot of things when you join with that package. Okay. But when they join with that 7,650, the company gives you 7,200 naira to say, thank you for bringing an estate agent to us. Okay. After all, we'll do our hair and refer people, and they don't pay us anything, but people will say thank you and give you something. Someone who joined with 2,650, the company gives you 11,520. Okay. That's what we call alert. Oh, it's me that name it alert. The direct recruitment, I call it alert. So when you start recruiting and you're getting this much more money, I call them alert. So when you move into the sales, when you start become the real realtor you're meant to be, start selling properties and be proud to be so. Okay, that's direct sales. When you sell a property, if you sell land, get 15% direct commission or 10% direct commission. If you sell in Lagos State, you get 10%. If you sell in any other state in Nigeria, you get 15% direct from your investors. Okay, it's people that will pay you, not your investors, please. Direct sales commission is 1% to 5%. Okay, and then we have buy to sell, which is a wonderful business. One day I'm going to do a business presentation on buy to sell alone, and I will hit it buy to sell. Everybody will come. We'll talk about how to trade in real estate. People trade in cryptocurrency. People trade in forestry. People trade in shares. But here we trade in real estate. Can I shock you before I move further? People that trade in crypto, sometimes they lose their money. Trade in forestry, sometimes they lose their money. That trade in shares, sometimes the shares depreciate. Can I tell you, it's only in real estate that you can trade and it's profit all the way, no losing. It's an amazing one. So please join us in trading in real estate. What's your offline? How do I trade in real estate? She will tell you. Okay. So we have direct. So when you get somebody who did buy to sell with P1, P1 gives you 7.5%, and then indirect buy to sell commission is 2.5%. Okay. So the system way to earn is center recruitment bonuses when you work so hard and P1 recognizes you and make you a center. Center SaaS bonuses, PBO monthly performance bonuses, annual performance bonuses are posted. In performance bonuses, anybody can get it. What do you need to do? We have 40 athletes in P1 selling them, but to try and spread and sell at least up to minimum of five athletes, sell their land, different athletes up to 5 or 6. There, in total, when it becomes like maybe 30 million and above, at the end of the year, when P1 is doing their anniversary, which is their birthday, they do the performance bonus. And let me use the opportunity to tell everybody in diaspora, P1's 12th year anniversary is coming up on the 1st of March till 12th of March, 2024. Please, clear your posts. Let's go for holiday in Nigeria and use the opportunity to attend to their 12th years anniversary. Everybody in diaspora, look for your ticket, let's go. So we can meet there because we are all over the country. Let that place be a common place we can meet, okay? See you for there next year. Okay, let's talk about the next one, PBO Elite and VIP bonuses. PBO Elite and VIP bonuses, that's what I said about. You need to be one of the founders of the company before this comes to you. It comes to you like a gift. Any money you use to do your PBO and VIP, the money belongs to the property you're buying. Then every other thing they're giving you is a gift. So join us to enjoy the founders bonuses by upgrading to Elite and VIP. We have manager and leadership bonuses. So you have to become a manager to get that. I got my own when I became a manager, and I really enjoyed it. We have managers on the top. We have directors bonuses. So we have another one we just talked about, which is a founders bonuses. This is how it goes. I've done my first cycling of founders bonuses, and I got that 6,000 naira. Maybe my second one will be like 180,000, and my third cycling will be like 900,000, and my fifth cycling might be a plot of land or up to $12,000 US. You can imagine that. So please join the founders bonus. Don't be left behind. Be one of the founders. Soon the founders club will close, and it will be tied to only the founders will be getting these sweet, sweet, juicy bonuses. Okay. P1 has their currency. Their currency is called PV. PV is P1 currency. PV means point value. PV is equivalent to 12 naira. So mathematicians, you can calculate it. When you become a PBO, you need a PV. Time you make a monthly home subscription payment, you earn another PV. Time you recruit a PBO and you earn another PV. So for us who are old members, they're like this week, I was just seeing an email, PV and it will just come in like rain. That's what it means. Okay. Tell a PBO under your network recruits, subscribe for his or her own ownership. You get another PV. It's amazing. Not earning this PV, what comes out to be? The English people said, every drop of water makes an ocean. And the PV are raining, pam, 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 pam. From 175 PV, it moved to 875 PV. We've moved to 4,375 PV. It moved to 2,100. Upon growing, does it grow? It grows when your network grows. P1 goes in 555. That's why when they say P1, you say 5 will move. So 5 will move. These 5 people, those 5 people get their 5. But when you get to 8th generation, you must generated 17,809,800 points. And that is equivalent to 205 million. That can buy you a house anywhere in the whole world. If you don't want a house in Nigeria, tell them you want your house in America or in England. They will come there and buy the house for you. because your money is already ready and in cash. After all, they said, if you don't like any of their estate, tell them anywhere you want and they'll get it for you. So that is it. So let's work towards this PV and let the point. Okay? So you get PV. PV is the currency for P1. P1 business owners, every point value you acquired is translated to cash. Sense of that, that money is paid into home ownership account, and 50% is paid into the bank. You choose the location of your house or land. You can subscribe for a home ownership for your children. It's important. You can see when you see the international trip, you see that even children go for the international trip, okay? You can choose to pay monthly or bi-monthly. You can win brand new cars. You can qualify for all expensive paid trip abroad. And this is their trip. They went, this one, okay? This one is Dubai trip. You can see how they are looking gorgeous and beautiful. That will tell you P1 works because you can show in their skin. You see, this is their international trip. They live like one family and we are one family. You see, this is a trip to Ghana. The lady in blue is our Mama Africa. And the person beside him, is the president himself, which is her lovely husband. This is their trip to Egypt, very important. Did you see how they are increasing? Every year they're increasing. This is their trip to Dubai. Did you see? Even children went. Why? Because they are also PBO and they're moving and moving. So feel free to register your children to this business, okay? This is the latest one, which is the Ego Summit in 2023. See how the crowd has increased. Increased, look at, oh my goodness, look at. See our children, future generation. So as we're retiring, we're handing over to our children. Please get your children exposed to this business because it's a business that will last forever. Our children will become your children's friends forever because we are in everlasting business, okay? So it's only when Jesus came that the business will end. So feel free to bring your children so that we'll transfer to generation to generation. So we are the highest land properties and lands in P1. They make you an ambassador. So when you hit an ambassador, it's not a small thing. It must be a bulldozer in selling. We have one of our ambassadors in our midst here, Ambassador Ike Duru. Time has passed. She won't be able to talk today because Isimeniko has already gone. I just don't want to leave the new ones empty. That's why I'm doing this. Normally I will have closed. I'm sorry for that. So we have Ambassador Tosi and her own car. We have Ambassador Wefi. That's my great-grandfather in the business. Oh, my grandfather in the business. He brought the person that brought me into the business, okay? We have Ambassador Dorothy and her own car. We have Ambassador Baraba and her own car. We have Ambassador Chinedu and Kanti and his own car. We have Ambassador Chinedu Sydney and his own car. We have Ambassador Iola and his own car. We have Ambassador Preska and her own car. We have Ambassador Kaide and her own car. We have Ambassador Anthony Chinelu Obudu and her own car. She has taken this ambassador position for 2 consecutive times. Okay, and this is her own car. So 2022 annual performance bonuses. I know. So everybody, are you ready for the 2023 to see whether you'll be on this table? Okay, look at them, and they're the top 3. What I like about P1 is even our MDs and their shareholders, everybody is a PBO. So as you're selling, others are selling as well and making their own bonuses. Okay. So this is, the checks. So feel free to sell so that you join this crew very soon. Look at the money, 2.6 million, just like that. Just for selling. It's my grandbaby in the business. This is my great-granddaughter, okay? I registered Chineye registered this girl. She joined the performance bonus last year, which is amazing. That is the landlady checker. She was in the meeting now. I'm sure she must have left. Okay. So look at them also everything, everybody is here. So pray that many of us will be in this platform. Oh, look at Ambassador Ike Ikechukwu. He's here with us. He's here with us. You see his own bonus. He's on his 1.something million. Did you see that? He's here with us in the zone. So we're talking about real people. We're not talking about fake people. When we're talking about people you can see and touch, You can even say hello to us when I finish, so you know that he is here as well with us. All right. So look at all the bonuses. Look at our non-performing bonuses. Look at them. See how happy they are. Everybody is happy. You know, at the end of the year, the company said, thank you for the great work you're doing. Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. Whoa, this is amazing, right? Whoa, this is amazing. From bonuses, you can see different years. So it's key in so that you be among these years. Look at them, look at them, look at them. Thank you. Okay, now, if you really want to get into positions like assistant managers, directors, you need 5 people, all right, to move further. So people have come here, all the new members. If you've not signed up, you can see this lady, after listening to the presentation, she started filling her form. Ask your down upline or person that invited you here today to give you the link so you can sign up. Please be guided by your upline. If your upline cannot guide you, please get to your upline, okay? If your upline cannot guide you, your upline can now call her upline to her. There's always a link, a tracking link. Don't jump. Just go to the person that brings you. The person cannot help. Leave the person, call her upline. Because when you go to your upline direct, you know him, you know her, you know how to handle her. Don't jump. When you jump queue, you missed because sometimes you don't know the person and you may end up clashing with that person. So go to the person that introduced you. The person cannot solve the person will not call who introduced her to do what? To help. So now when you recruit 5 people, you become an assistant manager. And I'm looking for people who will be assistant manager by next week. Please, my printer, my designer is ready to design you and announce you in the chat room. What do you need to become a assistant manager? Just 5 people to become a classic PBO like you. And send in the name. Please, if you're in Dublin Center platform and you made your assistant manager, please send me your name and the proof so we can announce you, because that's not how I know whether you got your 5 people. For people who would not announce, please send me your name so we can announce you as an assistant manager, because you need to be celebrated. It's not easy to get your 5, because your 5 is the secret of sleeping while you're earning. That's why we really appreciate it when you get to the assistant manager. And all my assistant managers in the house, please don't stay where you are. Move further to manager immediately. You get there. By getting 30 classic PBOs or 30 classic gold PBOs, you become a manager. And when you become a manager, people will even give you 144,000 to say thank you. Or encourage those 5 assistant managers to become manager. To become assistant manager and you become manager. So you can use the 5 legs to move, or you do it alone by getting 30 people. So please, don't stay where you are. Don't be comfortable, all my old members. Don't remain in assistant manager and think you've arrived. You've not arrived. Move to the next level. Let's roll. So once you 5 people get to their manager level, you become a senior manager. And as senior manager, the company gives you $360,000 to say thank you for moving to the next level. And when you move to the next level, which is the Sapphire manager level 5, the company now give you a company car worth 2.7 million. Okay. Okay, now, when you move to the 6th level, that's MRI manager, the company gives you 3 million to buy your household equipment and then, or pay for your rent, and then change your car from the 1.something million car, 2.something million car to 6 million car, because they need you to upgrade. And when you move to the next level, which is level 7, diamond manager, the company gives you a house worth 30 million and a kitchen equipment, household equipment, money worth 10 million, and they'll give you another car worth 15 million, and they will pay for your holiday for you and your family and give you 6 million for traveling allowance. For diamond manager, nobody has gotten there yet. For diamond directors, nobody has gotten there yet. So, how to qualify for a car or more? As a classic gold PBO, recruit at least 30 classic gold PBO. Personally, starting from January 1st to December 31st, 2023, okay? So if you're joining now, it's not too late. You can actually make it in 2 months, okay? Time is still there. So get them with all the informations and tools they need to recruit as you did. See, if you read somebody here, please try and read up, because you're not a leader, you have a work in your hand, because you have your downline to teach how this business works, so that all of you will fly like eagle. So read up, go to the site, read up. The ones you cannot read up is your upline, okay? If your upline cannot answer you, tell your upline to consult her own upline to get the answer for you, or send it on the chat. There's always somebody there to answer you on the group you belong to. Number 3, deploy them to do the same by working with them all the way. A brand new car awaits you. So you have to help your downlines to, do what you did. So work on your direct downline direct and help them to get to the next level. The moment you sign up one person, you're already a leader. So please tell yourself I'm a leader the moment you get one person, because you have a work at hand to read up and get them read up. Recruit 30 classic gold PBOs, 5 classic gold PBOs in a month, and see what you qualify. Okay, so in a month, we're moving the month of this month, before this month end, if you get 5 classic PBO, inbox your upline, let us know. They said benefit, you pay 347,600 naira referral bonus, make you a manager, give you a large and growing team, give you 210 PV, make you a member of the P1 Group Founder Club. And if you do it this year, you get a return ticket to Accra worth around 600,000 naira. As a classic gold PBO or elite gold PBO, recruit 5 VIP gold PBO and earn 600K. As a VIP gold PBO, recruit 5 VIP gold PBO and earn 600K. So we have levels, we have average, we have rich people membership. So anyone you want, the room is open for you. So we have gifts and items, when you recruit, you get some gifts and items. So always look out for that in the chat room. So thank you all for coming today. Who told you about this business opportunity? Send him his or her referral link. Click on it, show the details, and make payments, okay, through the gateway. I love the gateway of Paystack. So when you're paying, please choose a Paystack. So when you choose a Paystack, you click by transfer. When you choose by transfer, it will generate you an account number by Wema Bank, which expires in 30 minutes. Go to your account in Nigeria and pay that money to Wema Bank, and come back to your back office and click, I have sent the money. Automatically, it will reflect. Please try and do it this way to avoid us calling the customer service. If you're not getting it right, please get your upline to help you. If your upline cannot help you, please tell your upline to get her own upline to help. Why am I saying this? Because I know most uplines just joined last week and they're able to bring somebody immediately. So they're still new while you're new. So she might not know a lot. So don't quarrel with her because she doesn't know much. She's new like you. Just that she's flying like an eagle. So, but if she doesn't know the answer, tell her to consult her own upline to get to you. Try and do that. It will help you to keep pace. Because if you leave your upline and jump to somebody else, you might not know the person and you might clash because sometimes characters are different. So I just want us to run this business in peace and harmony and in hierarchy. Okay, so feel free to visit our website, www.pbonetwork.com. You will receive a welcome email and acknowledge your membership. Please always join with somebody referral link. Don't drop your upline and don't go and register. If you don't have somebody linked to you, you'll be floating on air and your upline might not help you. Okay, so I don't need to display this. I know this is the account where you pay. I don't encourage anybody to pay manually anymore because manually it takes like a week plus before it will reflect. But if you follow the system I'm telling you, which is paid through Paystack, instantly in 2 minutes, your account will reflect and you will enjoy it. So thank you all for coming. For the new members, only new members who just joined newly or joined this week or who has not joined, I can only accept you to ask questions. Please type your question on the chat room. Let me just bring Ambassador Ike, just say hello to you people and use 2 minutes to encourage you.
Thank you, Pastor Maka. Thank you for having me. Thank you, everyone. PBO, wherever you are. Well, you have said it all, Pastor Maka. So it's amazing. Every day we keep learning, and I keep coming to this platform. It's amazing. You know, your platform has actually blessed me too, especially this registration. In fact, I always direct my success line to join your platform and listen and also learn every day. So, like MD Lolia said, this business is easy. You will make it easy for you. Don't create enemy. Don't have enemy. You have no reason to have enemy in this business. You can market 10 people, 20 people, and if no one responds, so just say thank you and move on. They will definitely call you one day, you know, because people watch us. People, as your record, you know, they watch your track record. They watch what you do, even if they're not saying anything. They monitor you. They watch your status every day, and one day they will definitely come back to you and said, "What do you do? What you know? What's this? This that? It's like this thing works." You know, we have products. We have products in Pwan, and we are like family. We love each other. We are making our money. So I've been in US now for over 3 months, 4 months actually. So trying to fix my children because they'll be going back to school next month. They'll be going back to university next month. So I'm going to be here until they move back to school before going home. But I'm still working. I'm still working in my comfort home. I'm still working and making sales every day, receiving alarm like Pastor Maka says. So it's a great, P1 is just a blessing. If you have not joined or you are not selling yet, don't worry, you will. Just keep doing the right thing and trust the process. Trust the process. Because when you start selling, in fact, it is uncontrollable. So you will be hitting it like no other business, no other man's business. So the people I've recruited while I'm here, I've not seen them, I don't know them, but they're selling too. And I'm also receiving my 5%. In fact, one said five plot last week. I was surprised. I said, this man, the way this man is going, you know, he also recruiting Elite. He based in Benin, one engineer there. I don't know him, you know. So he just threw another client that introduced him. So every day today, he has already sent money for me to buy one property for, because he doesn't know much about it. So I help my success line do all the process. They pay in my account and I pay to company, help them fill out the form, send to them, email it, you know, normal process. So still put them to understand more, because you have to understand this every day. So I don't even know half of it in P1, but I'm still anyone and also learning every day. So Pastor Maka, don't think I'm not learning anything from you. I am. So I can wake up like 7 a.m. in America and be listening to this, and also Dr. Chrissy, thank God we have also our own platform called by 11 o'clock this morning. In the next 1 hour, we are going to join American platform also. So this is the only way we can learn. We are not, if you cannot go to the outlet, the branch, to attend physically, you can also learn online. G1 has made everything possible for us. Slide is there for you to know exactly every day by day. We keep telling our testimony, you know, giving our testimony day by day to encourage others. You know, you can imagine hearing MD Stalin now, you know, talking about, you know, the greatness of God. You know, he I've not attended her seminar, her training before. I know her office, but I have not. Well, you can imagine now. I can't wait to to welcome her here. Also, we are waiting for her here in Houston next month. So, Pastor Amaka, thank you so much. We last year I was able to close. I sold land for over 100 million. That's why I qualified for the performance bonus for over $1 million. That's why, because the company will pay you at least 1% for all the sales you made, even apart from your all incentives and your commission. So you still get everything. There's no business like Pwan, like Pastor Lola said. I have other businesses, but which one is their side hustle? When your side hustle is paying you more than which one are you going to? We are not getting younger. So now, I wish I started earlier, long time ago. So, but sorry for the distraction. Is also my success line calling me about all this. So I'm here working too. So I thank you so much. I thank everyone. Keep trusting the process. Keep working, and one day you will say your testimony. You will tell your testimony, no matter how little, because if you don't have testimony, you're not you've not started. But we all have our testimonies. We also have our goals in life. We have our goals. So, and I thank especially the president and our chairman, Mr. Empowerment, for accepting and accepting this calling. I call it calling for their dream. For this dream, I am so glad. I always pray. As I always said, I always pray for them. This business has come to stay. We go die here. People make sense. So we are not going anywhere.
It makes sense.
In the next 10 years, we are in it. Keep investing too. If you're earning your commission, keep investing. Keep buying properties. Do buy to sell too. Do buy to sell. Trust the process. Do the right thing, please. Very important. Don't say, "Oh, I want shortcut." Or some no shortcut in this business. Somebody must, introduce you to this business. So somebody must introduce you. So the person that introduces you, always communicate with the person, and you will be glad, and you will be happy too. You'll be happy if you do the right thing. It's just a matter of time. You will start hitting. I've been in business for less than 3 years now. I've been in business, so, and it has blessed me and my family too. I've won two vehicles last year, and the funniest part is that I didn't know that when you sell like 5 athletes, you now qualify because I was only selling one athlete. Until Pastor Maka, in less than 1 week, I sold the remaining 4 athletes to qualify. You can imagine that. You can imagine that, because I have my record already. I have people that will buy anything from 10 million up. People will buy anything from 1 million up, and people that can buy even my mechanic. I recruited my mechanic, my vulcanizer. I recruited my vulcanizer. My plumber, is in this business. My electrician is also in this business. So that is the good thing about this business. So, Pastor Maka, thank you for giving me this opportunity. And I thank you, everyone.
What's the tip, sir?
Thank you.
What's the tip? You've got the skills. Can you give us a little bit tip how you're making it?
Okay.
Here.
What's the tip?
Hello?
I want to be like you. I want to be like you, American.
Open mind. I told somebody that is integrity. Our core value, they arise. Be transparency. Be honest. Maintain your integrity. Integrity. If you don't have integrity, I'm sorry, this is not for your business.
Not for me.
You know, so it's not. You can imagine someone trusting you, transferring 10 million in your account. Somebody has actually transferred 60 million, 10 million every day, until I say stop, because the P1, you know, when we are doing 40% buy to sell, and everybody, they were all rushing to make sure they meet up. I said, no, transfer to P1 direct, transfer to the P1 group. Otherwise, I don't want to take any blame or any, because I can only transfer 10 million. While I'm not in Nigeria to go to the bank and they do the transfer. I have only two bank accounts I'm operating right here now that can allow me to do a transfer of up to 10 million. So transfer direct to them, no problem. And once the money comes, I move the money right away to the company and get all the necessary documents that are required, you know. So it's a good business. Be honest, you know. Just be honest. Be honest. That's it. And trust the system.
Not only that,
the
sir.
system works.
Not only that, sir. These people will never forget you in life for helping them to invest. Because most people, they believe in luxury cars and all that. It's not all of them that have clue on land investment. So they will never forget you for life, for having it.
And I will never forget also my upline. You know, all my credit also goes to her for introducing me to business.
That's our powerful lady, Pastor Maka Cruz.
So I keep on saying that, you know. So one of my clients is now in California. He just arrived yesterday, and he went for a wedding. I'm supposed to be in that wedding, but because of my children, they are going for camp meeting for 4 days. So I couldn't do that, travel to California. But I was also in contact with them. So and that's it. So by the end of the meeting or the wedding, I know maybe we're able to register one or two, and also go ahead and also have them as some of them as clients. So go to your community.
Let me be your secretary.
Thank you.
Because we leave my son alone, please.
Thank you.
Well done. Congratulations, sir. I'm happy for you.
Thank you. God bless.
God bless you.
Thank you for your testimony. We really enjoyed it. Thank you so much. So please, all the new members, if you have your question, get back to your upline because we've overstayed. If you're already on the chat room, type your questions on the chat room, please. So any question, get to your upline. There's no how it will not be answered. If she doesn't know it, she will come to her upline and to be answered. Then if you're in the chat room, please type your question on the chat room. And then we'll call it a day. Thank you so much. And remember, if you're in diaspora, P1 group is doing their success summit again in August 12th. And I'm sure it's going to be a Madro hotel as well. So I'm going to confirm the venue this coming week we're going. And then come. The last one we went, the turnout was something else. And everybody that came in joined the business, which is the most important. It's an opportunity for you to bring your prospects, let them come and see us live and know that we are real, okay? So let's look forward to that and let's grow and grow and grow. And together when we are old, we will love our stuff. You can imagine when I will travel to Houston now or Nigeria, I'll meet Ambassador Ike. The way we will hug ourselves as if we know our ages, because P1 has connected us together for life. So thank you all for coming.
Thank you. Thank you.
Next Saturday. Next Saturday and first Saturday of the month, we are having P1 Perfection MD coming. His name is Perfection, and that is how he is. So look forward for the first Saturday of the month of August by P1 Perfection. So next Saturday, new members, we are with you again. So please come and enjoy with us. Thank you all, and God bless.
Thank you, Pastor Maka. God bless.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you, Pastor Maka. God bless. Bye.
You too. Bye all.
Bye-bye.